Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Break. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I want that. Give me that ball.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run on second down with Cohen. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Ready.
To throw on second down, McKinley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, lock it. Tighten up. Let's go.
On second down, it's Cohen. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
Brings up 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Off the toss, Cohen. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Chicago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now a run with Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, McKinley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Army. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Get him. Bang. Ready.
On fourth down, McKinley. The open man is Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
First down.
On the ready.
First and 10.
50 the Mike.
General West. Yes. Hey!
50. Here we go. He's coming.
80 weapon.
We got double up.
Throwing on first down, McKinley. That'll be complete to Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
61, matchbox lights.
From the gun, McKinley. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On second down now, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
22 jet bomber.
Shit. Back. Mike 50. Ain't no sense.
Back to throw. McKinley under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And almost coast to coast. A great return marked down all the way at the 2.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Here we go. 50, plant. Hey, team 6.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Coming.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Topper!
Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
Go! Go!
March to the backfield.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look at me. Zipper. Now.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
5.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Single. I got 19. Strong right.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check. Fresno.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ready.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Get ready, get ready.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
Ready, set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Not that time for Watkins. And now it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Pilot, 64, weak.
The final shot before break. Herbert. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation. And
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
Right there. 54 Mike. If you don't get this ball,
First down, a run with Cohen. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
152 fighter.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 47-yard line.
he's coming. Double up. Check.
Bam. Cut. 5.
Again, it's Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, exit. Yep.
Mike, 59 Mike. Check. 59. I'm coming for you, son.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Cohen. Shoves him aside. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 at the 43.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McKinley. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. Watch safety creep,
Operating from the gun, McKinley. He's got Smith here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They got the ball to the outer third of the field, but they could not seal that edge and lost yardage.
And I love how you brought that up because sealing the edge is often a function of the offensive tackle on the line of scrimmage, oftentimes a tight end, maybe your H-back, someone to set the edge at the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to get to. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner.
58 right there. Come on. Switch.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McKinley escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-6, pull it high. There goes.
From the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Hard. But
on 2nd down. It's Cohen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
High 7.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Go.
Check, watch 54.
On fourth down, Herbert. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm here all day. Jam. Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check three. Switch.
Get it.
They run, Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They run again on 1st down, Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Orbit.
I'm coming. 50's the mic.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Diggs has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Switch.
Greystone travel. Now, hey, Rocket. Ready?
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on this offense?
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check 52.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
On the double.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
On 4th down, McKinley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Vikings, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through.